moving on. Okay, we're going to do our bacon and cabbage soup. All right, I've got my pot nice and heated. Kind of forgot about it a little bit. I've already cooked my bacon, and I've got, you cook your bacon, take it out, crumble it up. Woo, yeah. We're getting it going. All right, put that grease back down in there. Because you need that little bit of bacon grease, you need that in flavoring this soup. And there's so much of it that you're not going to notice that it's in there in the end. All right. Whew. Well, you can tell I'm cooking bacon up here. I'm going to send off the smoke alarms, aren't I? All right. Well, now we're going to add, you cook your bacon until it's good and crisp. All right. We're going to stir in some potatoes, and I've done chopped my potatoes up. You can cube them, dice them, whatever you like, however you like to cut them up. I just cut mine ahead and always add a little bit of, woo, I'm going to have to add the water. All right. We're going to add our chicken broth. There we go. I was fixing to add that anyway, but I think we really needed it at that moment. All right. Yeah, I just don't want to set them off tonight. All right, we add our potatoes, and we add a cup and a half of chicken broth. Now the bacon was a half a pound of bacon. You can use more or less. You know, it never hurts. It's one of these recipes you can add more of certain things. Okay, you use a cup and a half of chicken broth, and you use a can of diced tomatoes. I like the petite diced tomatoes. You can use any size you like. Water and all, juice and all, you put that in there. And this is not an expensive soup. It's called a soup, but it is very thick. Okay, we're going to set this to cooking. All right, we're going to put a little salt and pepper in. I'm actually putting salt in something tonight. Where is Nancy? She won't believe it. All right. And a little bit of salt. Okay, we're going to start that cooking. And we're going to cook these potatoes for about 20 minutes. Get them a boil. Now you notice how the pan was overheating. Now it's all completely calm when I want it to heat back up. All right, we're going to let that start to boil. After that gets through boiling, we're going to add our cabbage. We're going to cook it about 5 more minutes. But we're going to go ahead and get that started. Also, this is another little trick. You can cut your cabbage up very thin, or you can buy this. It's the angel hair coleslaw. It doesn't have any carrots or anything like that in it. Yeah, this is 2 cups. This bag is. You're going to just dump this bag in. This is a quick meal. And yeah, and I mean, it's super easy. I mean, if you're in a hurry, and you could never trim it or cut it that thin. So it's a super easy trick. Let's see what we're doing here. It is. Once it started, it took shape. All right, now you can always add more chicken broth to this if you would like. If it's really boiled down, you can always add more broth. And you can do it according to what your family likes. You know, if they're not real big on tomatoes, you know, you could cut the tomatoes back just a little bit. You could always add tomato juice instead of canned tomatoes, but those canned tomatoes give it a wonderful taste. You could always add stewed tomatoes or some kind of other tomatoes that you would like. Now, my mother used stewed tomatoes and everything. I never cared for stewed tomatoes. I never quite got why she did that, but but she did. That's what she liked. She loved stewed tomatoes, and that's what we had in everything. Do what?
I love to put them in chili. I love
She did. Now, it was wonderful, but she always used stewed tomatoes in everything. But I thought, why does she do that? But they're cooked with onions and peppers, yeah. And so it does give them a good taste. All right, let's see here. And I'll show it to you before it's finished cooking with the cabbage, because it only takes this cabbage roughly 5 minutes, like I said. You can. I just did that for time, you know, because I had to go downstairs. Yes, yes. But this is what it looks like. Now that's before the cabbage cooks all the way down. Oh, I guess you probably see that I have cake flour all over me too. I've had one of those days. All right, and that is your bacon and cabbage soup. We'll go ahead and keep cooking that on down. In about 5 minutes, that'll be done. It's an easy supper. You know, it is a super easy supper. It's an inexpensive supper. And that's kind of with Irish food, a lot of times it is, you know, older Irish dishes, they are a more inexpensive food. A lot of Irish dishes have fish in it because fish is more prominent. And right now is a good time to get different kinds of fish, and everybody wants different kinds of fish before Easter. So right now is a real good variety. But when Easter falls earlier in the year, it's a little bit harder to have as many varieties. All right, and we're done tonight.